This is the Phoenix MasterClass Classroomscreen app by Stephen Long. This runs through a regular browser. You can see the web address. Its primary function is classroom management. This is what it looks like. Just realize the thinking behind this is your interactive board would be used for classroom management and your projector would be used for instruction. Classroomscreen is an app that runs through a web browser. There is nothing to install, does require an account. The functions with the free version are limited. If you get the paid version, which of course you have to pay, gives you all the functions. There are three methods of using this on your interactive board. The first one is through the touchscreen board itself by using a browser. The second one is through the Windows-based device, and the third one is a Chromebook device. All of those go through a browser. So let's go to the first one, through the Cleartouch board itself. There's some advantages and disadvantages to each one of these. The big disadvantage by going through the board itself is there's no microphone. And one of the good functions is a thermometer-like thing that measures the sound in the room. By using the Cleartouch board and no microphone, that function doesn't work. You go to the home screen, you click on either browser or Chrome, then enter Classroomscreen.com. The other two methods are through your Windows device or through your Chromebook device using your browser. Pretty simple. Open up Chrome and enter Classroomscreen and you're ready to get started. Now, the advantage of a Windows-based laptop, if you got that, you have the interactivity at the board. Chromebooks, you don't have the interactivity, so you will have to hook up to the HDMI cable and USB to have interactivity at the board itself, or you can click on the Chromebook as you're going along. Website for the first time, you have to sign up for free. Once you've been there once and you've changed all the settings, you'll go to Launch Now after that. For now, Stephen Long will take you from here.
So this is just a quick demonstration of the Classroomscreen.com app and the ways you can use it. I found it's really helpful so far in the resource room. As you can see, it's got some voice sensitivity. You can set that up. I know my sixth graders were pretty pleased with that. Once I pulled it up, I kind of give them a volume level. And what goes with that, you kind of correlate this with the work level. So you can change down here in the work symbols app, you can change it to silent. You play with it in your room and see the sensitivity, but as I go to silent, I can make this more or less sensitive depending on the work level. You can change this to silent, whisper. I know our kids have a hard time whispering. This is kind of a visual cue, especially for those ASD learners that need a visual cue. It shows them where to whisper level, and this monitors it. You can turn a bell on where it makes a little ding if they get above it, and it kind of helps them self-monitor the voice level. Ask a neighbor, obviously change the sensitivity, and of course, work together. If we're working together, it's going to get a little louder in here. From there, another pass on here is a simple timer. It's a visual that can stay up. Start and stop on the timer. There's a ding that goes off. So far, some of the students have worked really well with, once the timer goes off, a minute of free time. Alternate back and forth, the timer can stay up. And it's nice, you can pull up several timers if you want to. If you have different kids that are working on different goals, some of my kids with IEPs have a 15-minute time frame. Some of them had 10. I can set different timers for different kids. Once it goes off, it dings. They've been really good independent at, they know to switch to free time. The free timer ding goes off, they go right back to work. Another thing that you can save a auto generator, name generator, which has been really helpful. I know some of my sixth graders want to volunteer overly, or they don't want to volunteer at all, so this just creates a name. Carrie can share. Another thing that's been helpful is sharing their screen. So I'm using this screen in addition to the whiteboard screen. So what happens is, if I've got a student, this happened Friday, that was unsure of how to do the work, they wanted to see an example. Instead of me having to show them, it helps with that Power 5 peer-to-peer talk, because I can say, oh, Carrie's doing great, Carrie's got it up. I can pull up Carrie's screen and show the class. This is what she's working on. This is a good example. Then I can go back, we can see everybody's screen. It helps for monitoring as well. You can kind of see what everybody's on, everybody's doing. You can keep the timer up for those guys that need that visual aid. The timer's up at all times. I can split the screens and see what everybody's working on. I can use an example. It's really helped with the classroom chatter. So I can make that the full screen, pull it down. I can go back. And then, of course, if we have a student that's in there that's maybe showing something that shouldn't be, or they want to leave, you can just click the button and get them out of there. And go back to the full screen, go back to the timer, and just those are some of the tips and tricks that have worked so far in a resource class. It frees up that screen. It's really been useful. The visual timer's been great for all those ASD learners and the resource kids.
Concludes our MasterClass. If you have some tip, trick, or app that you have found that is great with the Cleartouch, let Mr. Harvey, Holbrook, or Mr. Moeller know, and we'll make a MasterClass for you as well.